Hey guys, actually these calipers have nothing to do with today's video. I just wanted to make it look like I knew what I was doing. I think what I'm going to call today's video is greasing the Ram 2500 front U-joint revisited. I've been looking at forums and a lot of new owners are having a lot of trouble finding that grease fitting. And it is a bitch to find, and it is a bitch to get to, and it is a bitch to grease. But having said that, first of all, if you're looking for one of these, can you see that? Zerk fitting? You're not going to find it because there's no Zerk fitting on that truck. This is your standard type grease fitting. Doesn't look nothing like that. When we go out to the truck in a minute, I'll take a picture of it and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I just want to first go over what you're going to need and the best way that I've found to set up your grease gun to do this. It's almost like maybe you should just get a dedicated grease gun for this job because it's so precise the way you got to feed that grease gun nozzle up into that fitting, and you got to roll the shaft just that perfect way. And those who have done it, you know that they've got that damn cable, I think it's a transmission cable, that's stuck right in the freaking way of all the places they could have put it, and they got it right there. Like this job isn't hard enough already. Anyway, here's my grease gun setup, and what you're going to need to have is your that Lincoln nozzle. I forgot what this is, but I'll put a picture and a link of it. But this is it right here, and this is my setup. Now, look at this, and you know, everybody's got their own method, and you might have a better method, believe me. But what I found is, you know, you've got that curvature right here. So this curvature right here goes right around that cable if you get it set to where you can go in like this and then pump like this. If you got it like this, you know, the cable's going to be in the way. You're not going to be able to get a good seal. All this is just a little push seal. You just push on it. But you can tell when you're pumping, because if the pump is coming right out here, you're not getting anywhere. So I recommend getting your grease gun set up at the right angle, which for me, it's pretty much like this. I'm a little bit off if you look at it. It wouldn't matter if you had it dead like that. That doesn't really matter. It's not that critical. Because you're going to be going in like this, and I'm actually going to grease it today. The last video I did on this, there was more cursing than there was actual work. But I'm going to try a little bit harder today. It's not going to be perfect because this is a tough spot to get in. But hopefully I can address a few of the questions that people have about that damn front grease fitting, which is just sitting there. It's that U-joint is only used when you're in four-wheel drive because that shaft does not turn when you're running down the highway. But anyway, the other thing about this is this does unscrew, and when you buy this, so that's good to know. I didn't know that. And then you can put your other fitting back on and use it as a regular grease gun. So, you know, little tip. So anyway, let's go out, have some fun, and we'll see what we can tear up. Okay, so first let's orient ourselves. I'm looking at the front axle. I'm laying on my back. There's a very front U-joint going into the differential. Now we're at the transfer case. Basically just turn your head from right to left and there it is. Now I've got my camera tucked up in there pretty tight, so you won't be able to see this fitting as well as I'm seeing it here, because you've got that damn cross member that's pretty much blocking your view, but you can see that little groove where it leads into the fitting itself. So now let's get the grease gun and see if we can get lined up and pump a little grease in there. So you can see we're having to work on top of that cross member and that electrical cable from the transmission. So it's a little difficult, but that's why I mentioned earlier to get your grease gun, that angle on your grease gun nozzle oriented properly, so that you can see where I'm able to stroke the pump without it hitting anything. And you can feel it if you're putting grease in it, because there is some resistance, and you can also see if grease is just squirting right out the end of the nozzle, you know you're not doing anything. So I think we got a fair amount of grease in there. Let's crawl around and take a look and see what we've done. Now if we crawl around to the back of that U-joint, just to make sure that we did get grease in there, I gave it about 3 good pumps that I know I was getting grease in there, 3 or 4. If you see there, there's some red grease coming out, some fresh red grease, and you can see that that's what I was doing, was shoving the grease through the U-joint and coming out the back there. So we know we've got it all the way through, and that was our objective. So I think we can call that a good job, and hope this helps. Until next time, adios.